Hey guys, this is Awesome John 22, and today we're taking a good look at this girl here. This is Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Ripclaw, and I'm really excited about her. I just picked her up yesterday. This is my Wednesday video. I do not know if this will be up on time though. I shoot these a little bit in advance. I'm actually shooting this on Tuesday night, and I have had some issues with my computer. It picked up a rootkit. I am going to have to sort that out before I really do anything on it. So this might have to be pushed back maybe to Thursday, maybe even Friday, which would really suck. And I'm probably not going to get my big vlog done again this weekend, so I'm going to do something, talk about something for you guys. I really want to do some themed vlogs. But anyway, we're here to talk about Ripclaw, and that's what we're going to do. And because she's a brand new figure, I actually do have some packaging for you guys to look at. Here, we have her card back with a very preliminary limited character bio, and you'll see why in a minute. I have her bubble insert with some more good art, some package shots, not really art, but some product shots, that's the word I'm looking for, product, of the other guys in the wave, and her tech specs. You can see she's not the smartest bulb ever, or the brightest bulb in the chandelier. But she's pretty tough. She's relatively fast, really strong. But yeah. The reason why she doesn't have a full character bio on the back of her card, and this is very common with all the Beast Hunters figures, is that they're actually doing something new that I'm really liking so far. And I have 3 Beast Hunters figures so far. I have this one, I have Prime, and I have Laserback. And I will get to both of those eventually. And I have very strong opinions on both of them. Anyway, this is it. These are the instructions. You can see a very nice shot of her weapon, and right there, what is that? That is Transformers Fiction in the instructions. And I don't know how many parts this is broken into, honestly. Obviously, at least 9, because part 9 will be with a deluxe bulkhead, which I probably won't be buying. Sorry, guys. If you guys want to freeze it and read that, if I can actually hold it up so you guys can see it. There it is. Like I said, it's just part of the story, so you're probably not going to get a whole lot out of it. But yeah, Ripclaw. What can I say about Ripclaw? I'm still not 100% sold on this idea of making all of the Predacons have Dragon alt modes. So far though, I've liked the looks of the ones we've gotten, so I'm okay with it. Still waiting to see what comes along down the line. I know we're going to get, well, it's looking like we're going to get a few repaints of some of these early guys. Some Legions class guys that maybe combine. And before anybody asks, like anybody's actually going to ask, considering I have no subscribers, I do not have Predaking yet because I am waiting for the larger Supreme class Predaking that's coming out. I just think it's going to be better scale with Optimus and the other characters. But yeah, Beast Dragons, very cool. I like her. She's a fembot. We don't get a lot of fembots. She's got some chompy jaws. She's got these posable wings. She's got this posable tail with this grippy thingy on the end that opens up. Yeah, and you can come down here and pull this out. It's on kind of this rubbery bit, and it has a lot more motion now. It has some motion either way, but it has a lot more motion that way. It's not as rigid. Transformation's pretty simple. I mean, she is a beast after all. Her legs are going to be legs and whatnot. Hers is particularly simple. You come down here first, straighten out her back legs, and take this panel here and lower it down, and it'll clip in there. We'll come around and do the same thing on the other side, of course. There are very few figures that are not symmetrical. Next, we're going to come up here, and we're going to take these panels on her stomach, which almost come together. As you can see, they don't quite stay because they're also pretty soft, rather. We're going to pull these out and then bring her whole torso forward like so. Now we're going to come up to her arms, bring the shoulders up like so, straighten them out, bring her foot up, exposing a hand. I really like that. You don't even really notice that that's a hand in there until, bam, it's a hand. I love it. But yeah, then we're going to come up here. No, she's not done. No, she does not have a giant dragon head in her robot mode, though I suppose she could if you want her to. Take these little spikes here, it's the easiest way, and separate them, and it separates her neck. Makes these big pauldrons. Now we come back here, kind of splay open the wings, and just bring her head down. Doesn't really do anything else that I can tell. And I am one of those people who doesn't really read the instructions, guys. If I missed something, if I screwed something up, I apologize. But I mean, this looks like the back of the box, so I figure it's got to be pretty close. No, I'm just kidding. This is right. Anyway, nothing to the tail except we're going to come back here and pry off the grippy claw, which takes a while because the peg is super long. Look at that. And now she's not really, she's a not very feminine looking robot with a kind of a, let's see if I can zoom in and show you that, kind of a I don't even know, what are they called, the big robots in Evangelion. That's what her face kind of reminds me of. And I have not what are they called? Avas. Yeah, I have not watched that in forever. Wonder if that's online. Anyway, enough reminiscing. Peg her claw slash whatever gun thingy into her hand, and you can open it and then pull on this little tab, and it goes closed and grabs things. I mean, I don't really know if that's how you're supposed to do it. I think actually you're supposed to push. Now that I think about it, you're probably supposed to do this. Yeah, and put something in there and it triggers this and grabby. But either way is fine. It's cool. It's not the best weapon ever, because I don't think it shoots anything like fictionally, you know. It's just a claw. That's kind of weak sauce, actually. But yeah, there she is. There's not really that much more to her. I think she's got a pretty cool design. I think she could have stood to look a little more feminine, but to be fair, they're probably hoping they can repaint this and repurpose this for figures that aren't quite as feminine, or characters who aren't quite as feminine later on down the line. My camera readjusted. You can see I've got her standing so that her tail is actually helping support her, because with her giant freaking tail there, she's very back heavy. And don't let the way I have her posed fool you. She can stand up straight. I just have her posed leaning back a little bit so she's looking at the camera. She stands great, especially with the tail there to help her out. If you unclipped the tail, however, and made it a little flimsier so you could pose it better, be sure to plug it back in, or clip it back in before you transform her to robot mode, or else she will not be able to stand, because she will be just as back heavy, but the tail won't be sturdy enough to actually support her. I like the tail. I'm going to talk about the tail some more. I like the tail. I think it looks good. I think it's cool that it's so flexible. I kind of wish they'd done something else with it, though, because it does technically keep the figure from standing on its own. Posability is exactly what you would expect nowadays, though hampered a bit. Everywhere except her head, she has, like, that's her head articulation right there. Her arms, if not for the pauldrons, would be able to do a full 360 at the shoulder. They rotate below the elbow, which is kind of a bummer. If they rotated above the elbow, you would have her like holding the gun in two hands, but whatever, nitpick. Bend at the elbow, very nice bend. Nothing at the hand because of transformation. She has a waist joint though, which I find surprising because it's not necessary at all for transformation. She has a nice knee, and she has ball jointed feet. And as an added bonus, her wings are posable. You got a dragon head on her back. But yeah, I mean, for those of you who are out there right now kind of on the fence about the Beast Hunters toy line, maybe you like the Prime toy line and you're not sure about this one because of the change in aesthetics and the change in characters and whatever. I'm gonna say if you like the Prime toy line, you'll probably like this one too. It's the same kind of quality. The characters seem to fit the same aesthetic, even though there's dragons with big spikes and weird weapons nowadays. They still look like they would fit in that universe. So it's not a huge deal. Real quick before I forget, I want to point out her very cool Predacon symbol there. Yeah, you can probably hear my dog sniffing stuff in the background. Anyway, but yeah, you'll probably like these two. If you didn't like the Prime line though, the basic Prime line, you probably won't like these guys. I would say pass on them. But if you liked the Prime line, the general one, I'd say give these guys a try, and this is actually a really good place to start. I personally am probably not going to be collecting the Autobots from this line unless I know that there is a good chance that they are actually going to appear all spiked up in the series. I don't see the need to collect them otherwise. I bought Optimus. He is, I mean, one, it's a cool figure. Two, he got totally wrecked at the end of last season. Sorry, spoilers. So there's a chance he's going to get a reformat this season and be replaced with this guy. We already are getting hub promos of Bumblebee looking different. Not all spiky, but looking different than in his previous appearances. So there's a good chance that some of these guys are going to see redesigns. I just don't know yet if they're going to be the spiky Beast Hunters toy line redesigns. But yeah, so probably not the Autobots, except maybe Smokescreen, even though his paint's a little weird. But I am collecting these guys because I do want all three factions now that there are three in my collection. I don't know if I'll buy all of them. I didn't buy all the Decepticons, I don't think. I'm looking at my shelf now, trying to remember. Yeah, I think there are a couple I missed here and there. But yeah, I bought most of them. I bought all the important guys. And I'm probably going to buy all the important guys of this. I just don't know quite who they are yet, so I'm kind of picking and choosing carefully based on design. Laserback's probably coming in a review soon. I'll do Prime soon. If I can find Laserback's instructions, I'll show you his instruction insert story thing. But yeah, overall, she's a decent figure. More than decent figure. I really like the look of her. I think her weapon's pretty original. And I think it's cool that we're getting Beasts again. I absolutely loved Beast Wars. And yeah, really, there's nothing else to say except yeah, she's cool.